going to happen.
Well, we got the first ban coming in there from Infamous. It's going to be Venge removed. We've seen that quite often. Venge did slip through in the last series, but proving to be a particular popular ban, as is Brewmaster at the moment. That's come out, and the Infamous have banned Abaddon as well.
Yeah, Abaddon tends to be, I don't know. I don't like the hero that much.
I don't, yeah, look, I mean, obviously, me and you, the one thing we don't have in common is our ability in Dota, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Abaddon right now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a 5 that doesn't offer any catch. It's not a strong lane support. Just basically like a worse version of Oracle.
And there's another Nyx ban. So that's a little bit interesting. Keeper of the Light being taken out. What do you think the rationale for that is?
Oh, I think I've seen Jube play a lot of Kato.
Okay.
So I think it's his best hero maybe. And he's just a really like huge team fight hero on position 5. You know,
yeah.
His ultimate
His new ultimate's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a comfort hero for Jube, I think, and they just don't want to play against it, I guess, on Infamous.
So we're going to see the third ban in this phase coming out from GGNGG. A lot of discussion going on around it. How they're going to go. Any obvious bans here that you can think of that you might want to take out early?
Infamous, I don't know, Lina. Lina has been very popular recently, and Black played it, I think, once yesterday.
Yeah.
Off. So Lina ban should be fine. Razor's
yeah, we've seen a lot of Razor bans.
Razor, yeah, it's a dual role hero. Or Shaker first pick, that's a surprise.
Yeah,
so
well, you were just saying previously that, you know, you think Shaker's a little bit slower right now. It takes a while to get going in lane. So, interesting pick. I'm sure they've got a strategy up their sleeve. GGNG now getting the counter pick here.
Yeah, just a very slow-paced forward position who relies on items more than his abilities, you know, so...
And Bulb, I understand you're going to be joining us as well just to talk through this draft phase. So you should be on the mic right now. Medusa's proving incredibly popular at the the
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, there you go.
There he is. Hello.
Beautiful, man.
Hey, Swimel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I see you over there.
admiring your beauty.
Oh, same. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
I've got a lot in common with Medusa. You know, one glimpse and you just turn
too.
to stone. You're just hypnotized by his beauty. So, Bulba, why is the Medusa pick proving popular at the moment?
I think it's just also a comfort, like Swimel was saying. They like Kato a lot. Ritsu loves playing Medusa. He has like 3 heroes he loves playing. It's Medusa, Terrorblade, and Morphling. He won the game with Medusa and they lost the game with Morphling, so they might have just have faith. And I think Ryer also plays the hero, so it's just a kind of an open hero for them. And it's just kind of the flavor of the month. I think a lot of these NA teams, they kind of like look, you know, they kind of look at what the best teams are doing and they kind of take it. I know that Medusa is really, really popular in some of the European games.
Yeah.
And I know like Ford, GGNG, j.storm, they all kind of play the hero. So it's just kind of a popular hero. And anti-mage, okay, Black AM possibly.
That's another Medusa anti-mage game, so that's a replay of the very first series we saw of the day on the main stream between j.storm and GGNGG.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of this anti-mage opening, because it's not like a straight counter to Medusa.
No.
Like, there's a way to be like, it can be played around, you know, it's not straight up, if you just pick anti-mage versus Medusa, it's like automatically over, and they already have a Shaker, which is a pretty slow hero, so now they need anti-mage to get Bell Fury, they need Shaker to get Blink to make plays, and GGNG, they have a strong lane, they have Oracle, high damage nuke, doesn't need any items to be impactful in the game, can make like, it blocks a lot of picks too, like would block heroes like Ember and stuff, you know, the fast heroes, he would block those picks, so it's I don't know. I'm not a big fan of anti-mage, but maybe they have a better idea than I do, so we'll find out.
What state do you think anti-mage is in general, overall? I mean, he doesn't feel like particularly strong. You have to have a plan for him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just hate that hero unless I'm playing it.
I think anyone who's played Dota does, honestly.
No, I mean, I love playing it, but most of the times when you pick anti-mage, I'm not the one playing it, and I hate to be honest. I just don't like anti-mage in my game.
Oh, you like playing it though?
I love playing it. I just don't like it.
But Arturo loves anti-mage.
I wonder why.
So Boris needs a hero now, right? They need their 4th position. Rubik is looking quite good for them, and I pick that.
Rubik is good. I think Earth Spirit can also work. Yeah, it's not banned, so it's really good for teammates. Gives you silence, stun. You know, I mean, it's not great when once AM gets his items and hits his timing, but early game it can be annoying.
So Ursa taken out of the equation there.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Samoa's point about the Shaker and the AM together. It's very, very slow. And I also don't think, I think these games, like, it feels like the teams that winning lanes, it kind of happens in, like, in these, especially these NA games, like the team that kind of wins the lane snowballs. So I feel like Infamous is going the route where their lanes are going to be a lot weaker. And I don't know if they can really survive the early game. So that's going to be the biggest thing, I think. If they can survive and go late, I do think they'll outscale with the Shaker and AM together. But obviously that is a problem.
Yeah, it does take a while. So GGNGG taking a lot of time over this next ban in the phase. We've got a bit of time to play with, obviously. So, but you said you like the idea of the Rubik here, Bulba. So why is that?
Just Rubik is very good versus the Shaker, and it's good versus AM as well. They pick Centaur. Okay, this is one of the best offlaners versus AM, and he also gives you a stun. AM can't really dodge it.
Yeah.
You know, the blink stun, you can't use the third spell now, the active anymore. He can't use on an instant stun. So Centaur is a good pick. Infamous needs a hero here. They need to pick their 5. I'm not actually sure what they'll pick. Moose.
Shadow Demon.
Interesting.
So what do you make of that, Samael? Is there a rationale you can see there?
Well, as we were talking, people are kind of drafting themselves. Shadow Demon into Centaur.
Yeah.
I'm lost. Boba, Boba, help me, man.
I actually think it's not that bad. I think SD is quite good versus Oracle, and theoretically SD is not the worst versus Medusa, because you do, like, Medusa, the way she team fights, she's very slow, and it's very easy for the SD second spell. It does a lot of damage to her. It actually, I think it goes through the mana shield. I'm not exactly sure about that, so I'm not 100%, but SD gives actually a lot of burst as a 5. And it could be good, but I do think like Infamous is their lanes, their support duo is really, really weak, and they also know anti-mage, so.
And there it is. You called it, Bulba, that the Rubik might come out. So.
Yeah, it's a very, very good Rubik game.
Yeah. So far, GGNGG looking very, very strong in this draft. Is there anywhere Infamous can go to turn this around? Is there a last pick that is somehow going to bring it all together for them?
I mean, there's definitely something they can do to, you know, boost the 22nd pack. Actually, it's hard unless they have some sort of combo already in their mind, you know, because GGNGG have the last pick of the game, so they will definitely get the better matchup. And it's not like game's over, but just for me right now, it looks way better for GGG. It's just easier for them to play. They don't have to do anything special, which is really big in these games, like elimination games, right? If you can just play simple Dota and just win off that, you're more likely gonna win. Better late game, just simpler spells. You don't have to play around the timing so much, which Infamous kind of have to do this game.
Yeah, it's a hard game for them to play. They have to play very pushy and heavy. I'm trying to think of what they should pick here.
Well, they're certainly taking a lot of time over it. It's vitally important they get something going for themselves here.
Oh, it's a really, really good TA game. They can pick TA. It counters literally all for the hero.
I think they might want to have Black playing the AM mid too. Keep that in mind. He loves that hero. And Beaver might pick himself something safe lane that can go over Centaur.
You mean Skitter?
Yeah, Skitter. What did I say, Skitter?
You said Beaver, right?
Oh,
Beaver is the forward player.
Skitter.
Yeah,
sounds the same.
Oh, Skitter.
Leshrac.
So what do you think of that? Is Leshrac a good pick here?
I mean, Lesh into High Burst? I don't know. I don't like it. It's not good against Rubik. Rubik gets all the good spells from Lesh. Then you have Oracle, which is a high burst hero. Dusa, it's really good. Takes all your mana in team fight. It's really hard to team fight into Dusa. You can't really burst her, right? So I don't know, unless they have to crush the lane. They have to put Shadow Demon and Leshrac together, and then they have to win that lane pretty hard in order for this Lesh pick to work.
Okay. Well, the response bans are going to be coming in now as well, and these are the last banning phase, and then we'll go into the final pick. So obviously a lot of deliberations going on here. Definitely think GGNGG are going to be feeling a lot more confident going into this one, unless there's a hell of a curveball about to be thrown.
I mean, it's still the best hero I see for Infamous is TA. I think GGG bans that. I don't know what they can pick to actually turn this game, you know. Like, they need something that can crush Dusa mid, and it also can lane most of the mid heroes, you know, which is TA right now. It's really good, TA game.
They might not know about that matchup though. They banned Shadow Fiend instead. So
the TA option is still there for Infamous for sure.
I think Black wanted Shadow Fiend. We looked at his reaction there. He does play that hero. That's one of the mid heroes he plays quite a bit, actually. He's always loved that Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and obviously a good strategy. A guy who's been out for a while, you know, if you know he's got some favorites, just take them away and let him play something he's not as familiar with.
It's weird. Like right now, Infamous, I don't really know what they can salvage the last pick. I agree with Sumil. Like I don't. There's so many options for GGNGG to last pick right now. Honestly, I think Infamous, they need to like, they could put the AM mid and they could go aggro tri-lane with Leshrac, Shadow Demon, and Shaker, and then they can pick something that can go solo safe lane with Centaur.
But this is the thing, if they pick something, they show the lane, right? They show Anti-Mage mid. They can just go tri-lane with this Dusa, and it's 3 range heroes, you know, and you just play tri-lane versus tri-lane, and they're Pudge.
What?
I love that pick. I think that's
Pudge.
a really good pick.
It's a black
big fan of that pick, actually. I think it's really good versus Dusa and Oracle.
This is Black's favorite hero for a long time. I used to play Dota 1 with him actually. He used to be on a few teams like Mouse Sports. It was like old school, but he used to play like in this in-house leagues back in Dota 1, and this was like his favorite hero. There was like kind of a meme about it, like Black Pudge, like not being bad or anything. And then he played it a few games on a few teams he was on too. Like VG, he played carry Pudge one of the games. He was on the VG team with like Ice and stuff. So it's definitely, I guess they went for comfort for him. He doesn't really play mid, so he's playing Pudge. I know Sumil's really happy about this.
Yeah, well, it's definitely thrown GGNGG for a loop there. They didn't have an obvious response lined up, and it's going to be the OD.
There's a last pick OD.
Hello?
I'm lost.
I feel like we've been saying that a lot over the course of the day.
Suma, if I was Infamous right now and I was drafting and you were my player, you'd get mad at me, right?
No, I mean, as long as I'm playing Pudge, I'm kind of chill right now, man, you know?
Yeah, but you would say that, and then after the game, you can throw something at me.
After the game ends, yeah, I'm definitely blaming you, but I will enjoy playing the Pudge or Anti-Mage.
As long as you have fun, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters, right? Yeah.
All right, well, look, guys, we've seen the draft, so all that remains to be said is let's get into the action. So this is going to be a big one. Remember, the loser of this is going to be going home. It's Infamous versus GGNGG. We're going to get the series started after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again as we are ready to jump into game number 1 as GGNGG try to take on Infamous here. Loser of the series will be eliminated. We're in the lower bracket right now. I'm joined once again by Moxie and Bulba. How you guys feeling about this? There's a lot of words during this draft. Obviously, Bulba, you were, you know, kind of an analyst during that draft as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very confused with what Infamous has. And looks like they forgot OD was in the pool. I think originally Black was maybe going to go mid, but now they switched it up and they've sent, like, that match was probably unplayable, OD versus Pudge, right? So now they sent the Leshrac mid and they sent the Pudge safe lane.
Yeah, I saw the Pudge get picked and I was like, what year is it? It's been a while since I've seen, you know, a mid player pick up that Pudge, besides, you know, the 1v1 too.
Or maybe this is also their idea, like, you know, Papita actually used to play mid. I think he switched into off lane this, like, past few months,
year,
yeah,
actually,
but he mostly used to play mid for a long time. A few, like, Isurus, some random Peruvian teams. I think Isurus is like a Mexican team too, I'm not sure.
There's a lot of, there's a
The battle
Mexican team.
begins.
No, but, no, it's interesting, especially because I've seen, like, Infamous is really good about updating, like, their socials and stuff. You can see, like, Papita, he does a lot of studying too about every single team. So, you know, we do see Papita mid going up against Ryoya's OD, and that is, like, his best.
Yeah, it's a signature. You know, we call it in our, it's like our SIG, the quote, but he's been playing it. He's been playing this hero for a long time, and it's actually the one hero I think, like, the hero he's like by far the best on, and I think he's probably one of the best ODs, honestly, in the world. Yeah, like, he spams his hero and it fits him really well too. It's his playstyle. His CSing is very good with it. You can look. It's like 1-2 right now. And they've decided to go aggro tri-lane with this AM.
That's not something you typically see.
Yeah, and there's 3 ranged heroes here, like what Simil was saying. So I think they should lose this lane quite hard.
We'll see how it's going to play out here. Obviously, they have to play it a little defensively early on. Mana burn is going to be important. Maybe a defensive disruption turns into a couple illusions, burning mana down in this lane. I mean, it's kind of tough to 3-craft it.
Yeah. And this Centaur is going to have a really fun time top, I think. I mean, I don't know, the Pudge, supposedly he got quite buffed. You saw that the 1v1 actually. The Flesh Sheep gives you regen. They changed that in the last patch. So you definitely see Pudge a lot more in pubs now. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but
It's still pretty rare that you're actually seeing it going mid, but you know, it's Black. This guy's a legend. Who knows? Maybe he's gonna be able to pull out a miracle here.
Yeah. And the way that Black has to play this lane is he needs to go for a kill attempt at level 3 or 4. Like, but I also don't know how you skill Pudge now. I'm not sure entirely.
I do feel bad for Mosquito here in the bottom lane. Like, he has barely been able to touch any of these creeps. Like, it's just such a difficult matchup. And, you know, they're trying. They've got, you know, some nice shadow poison that they keep trying to spam out, but...
The DD rune bottom. Sadly, it's a shaker, though. He won't utilize it.
That's a you thing. That's a you thing. Maybe you will.
Okay.
All right, that shadow poison. Staying off his face.
That was unexpected.
We've had a lot of these unexpected moments
Yeah,
throughout today.
that shouldn't happen.
Fisher comes out. They're looking for Ritsu. They have anything else to hold him in place. It's actually damage coming back onto Moose the other way. Obviously, that's the target they want, but it's going to be the hardest one for them to take down.
Most people don't really know much about Skitter. I think he's like kind of he's a new player. A lot of Europeans that play pubs know him, but he's kind of he's like a European pub star, pretty high MMR. He's a funny guy. He used to be on a few European teams. He used to play on FNG's team actually, before FNG went to Gambit. So it's fun to see him here.
It was so weird when FNG went to Gambit.
Yeah. Gambit's doing
Did
really
make
well.
sense. They are.
Even though they haven't really made it to a major, they always get to the minor finals. I really want FNG to, you know, just do well. That guy's been working hard for so long, and he's a really good guy. Like he's gotten a lot of stuff too from the Russian community, but yeah, it's nice to see that he's still trying hard every year.
Jubei's gonna run into Moose over here. Rather, Moose has run into Jubei. He's got to run really fast right now. He's gonna be able to find that final hit. Jubei will get taken down by Skeeter.
Really good for the anti-mage. I mean, they kind of baited it in. It did look like Earthshaker was going to drop. He just lives in the sliver of health, and it's kind of the best thing you can do there.
Looks like Moon is cutting top wave. Or okay, no, it wasn't. He went to heal. So this top lane is going to be very interesting. This Pudge versus Centaur, like who does what.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The nuke damage that comes out from an Oracle and then also like the Mystic Snake on Ritsu, like this is such a tough lane.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys were saying like it's pretty difficult. They're not sure how they're going to salvage this.
Look at mid though. Mid is going more broken. They're going to go on the.
How did they find this? They're gonna try. They're holding her in place here. Ritsu is out of mana. They're actually gonna be able to find a kill on Ritsu.
Yeah,
Find a kill on Skeeter though too.
Skeeter's fine with that death because he got the experience for the Medusa kill, and they do kind of want to trade kills in this lane. It's better for them. Look at mid. OD is just he's completely like owning this track. Really hard. I mean, I don't even know how exactly this matchup is. That's like a Summel question, but regardless, like this is a mid player that's playing versus a player that doesn't really play mid anymore, so it's gonna always be favored generally for the mid player, right? So
I feel like it's difficult for the side of Infamous right now because they don't have, you know, Tomato who usually plays mid. Pepita hasn't played mid in a while, and then Black is just getting back in the saddle on things too.
Dire's
So
top tower is under attack.
it's a bit rough.
Black's enjoying as well playing top. Like a lot of this game does come down to what this Pudge is. It was the last picked. It wasn't exactly 22nd pick, but you know he has to pull his own weight. He has a face.
You know, at the end of the day, this is still going to be a treat
It's
to
gonna
watch.
be fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, you know, Black is probably still having a good time while they play this match.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you kind of have to do when you play with the stand-in. I remember at MDL we brought CC in to use for the tournament, and we built a lot of our like strategies around him. You know,
Well, don't give all the secrets away.
No, stop. Yeah, I shouldn't say.
Save some of them, you know? I'm sure Quinn wouldn't appreciate you telling all his secrets
I'm
too.
sorry.
I'm just thinking about like this Pudge compared to the Centaur and the impact that they're going to have when they decide to like do something in this game here. And you know, Pudge rotating around, having good levels is going to be a lot different than the Centaur. Like Centaur does need a bit more farm to really come online. And whereas Pudge can just like get in a decent position, be sneaky, get some nice pulls off, and really disrupt the other lanes.
Yeah, this he has to do like something though. Like killing this OD is going to be really important for them. So Fever might be gone. No, Fisher.
Oh, nice fissure from Moose. To turn it around a little bit.
Dire's top tower
I do
is
love
under
watching this.
attack.
The other day we were actually watching one of the other games, just kind of getting a feel for casting with one another, and we saw Moose get a 4-man echo, and it was so beautiful, but like everyone else on the team was dead. Like that's gotta be
Look at top. There might be a death here. Yeah, he has Stampede though.
Dire's
just playing
top
with each
tower
other.
is under attack.
Rot level 4. I guess that's the build.
This is one of those awkward moments right here.
I mean,
Where
Moon
else
can
is
die here. He has Stampede though.
a little early on the hook, maybe. Oh,
Oh,
oh, 30.
Calculated.
the
something.
TP from the Shaker.
Shadow poison.
This is big. They get this.
They got this.
They got this. And Black still got the kill at the end of the day.
Nice move. So Skitter's left alone in bottom though, for the time being. Is it space
Dire's
graded
top
by
tower
Moon
is
Meander?
under attack.
It is. I mean, it's not the best because he died though. Like, he was doing really well. But I don't know. It's hard not to die. Yeah, and Skeeter's gonna have a rough time now. But he was already having a rough time. So, if they kill this OD though, if Pudge can TP in, no, he's fine.
See, long-range
Sure.
chase.
Unless they
Moose.
get a block.
Nice fissure.
Oh god,
Skitter's here as well.
this is crazy.
We're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Really nice rotations in from
Yeah.
Infamous to go ahead and get that kill into the mid lane.
Yeah.
Don't
Really
worry,
good.
guys. Pudge is farming. Save lane. But I want to see what. Like, all right, so what's his next item? Did he have blade mail?
He's going
Yeah.
blind.
Radiant's middle
Love
tower
this.
is under attack.
This is interesting. Yeah, I've seen some mid pudges in my day, but I've never seen this item built. Phase boots into blade mail.
Oh, that dodge though. Well, just a throw of that hook.
You can't land it if you don't throw it.
That's true. It's all the shots that you don't take. Although Pepita makes a rotation. I'm not sure what exactly is going on up here, but he's going to farm up a bit. Surprised we're not seeing some tower pushing coming out of this Shrek right now.
That's hard for him. He can't really just try to go to a tower. He will die. So he has either like 2 plays right now. This is not that bad what he's doing. But yeah, he's definitely going to fall behind. He's kind of playing off lane from mid. They have like 2 heroes that can't really lane right now. This AM and this Shrek. So even if they got these kills, they're not really able to do anything.
I'm still really concerned that they're not doing it. Like, they can't do anything to Ryoya on his OD, but I'm still like really worried about like how big of an influence this guy's gonna be, like the impact that's gonna come out, because I've seen him and they've got really good heroes. They're very tanky that can be upfront and personal, and then you know he's just gonna sit back and he's just gonna wail away on them, building up those ints. I don't know. This is I like that, you know, they're giving moves that experience, because that's pretty important for Shaker, but this is going to become a huge glaring issue, I have a feeling.
9.5 minutes in, 5-2 in favor of Infamous.
Yeah.
Net worth
Bounty
advantage,
runes,
not a big deal right now. Bounty runes are going to be spawning.
Come on, Black, show me some moves here.
Oh, Black, an unfortunate positioning, and reveals himself with that hook. Let's see if they chase him down. Stampede will be used. Papita, he's in the area as well. It's a turnaround to Dismember from Black. They'll trade 1 for 1. And now Papita's got to get out of here. He'll pull back for the bounty runs.
That's really big.
That's all 4?
What a baller.
Yeah. Wow.
Black and Pepita God.
There it is. There's that synergy, that German-Argentinian synergy coming out here. And it looks like Moose is going to pick up that tome, too. We get a couple more levels online.
I really like it, though. Like, Papita is being very creative about the way that he's playing, at least in the last couple minutes. Down at bottom, Jube caught out. Man of Void blown there. We'll get the kill. Nice job.
Thou art damned.
It felt like an afterthought, like they thought they had already gotten him, and they were like, oh wait, he's still alive. Let's turn around and get that final hit. Again, I have seen Ryoya just run away with games, though.
Black pump faking the hook. They don't know he's here.
You don't want Moon.
No.
You definitely do not want
That's what
Moon.
we were talking about during the draft. Like, you can see Black. Oh, he's actually going to get the OD. Pull back. Nobody's going to be able to defend him over here. And a great kill.
They're making it work. They're making the game clowny, which is probably their best way to win this game. They're up 2K. They got all these big kills. They got every bounty rune at 10 minutes. They're killing the most farmed hero on Radiant. Damn.
How do you feel about that, Bulbo? Like, I mean, you say it's clowny, but like...
I mean, it's definitely the best way for them to win. I think if their idea is like they want to obviously pick Black as comfort hero. This is one of his heroes. I think the other hero he plays mid a lot of Shadow Fiend. And then yeah, they're just you know trying to have fun. And maybe that's like maybe that actually might help them win. People don't realize like pressure is a lot in Dota. So you know when you have fun and stuff like that, so it can help.
What is this build? He got a blade mail and he's got a Radiance queued up next.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a big old pile of meat, like, running at you. Take enough damage, dishing some out, like...
It's a cool build.
Takes that 30 experience gain
God,
talents
please
as well.
Please don't have this happen in my pubs.
It's the old Bloodseeker build. Blade Mail Radiance. Now it's a Pudge.
Oh, God.
Basically the same move speed, like, really.
Do have the Echo Slam online now for Moose.
Ryoya hasted up, headed towards this top lane. It's Papita up here, solo, tower down low. I don't think we're going to see any rotation. Oh, we do see a rotation, and actually, SD, is he going to cancel it off? No, he's in. He'll cancel off the stun with a nice disruption there. Purge coming out, and a huge turnaround is Infamous. They take 2. They're looking for 3.
Yeah, wow.
What a rotation.
And Skeeter also killed the Rubik bottom with the Pudge's help. They're playing really well, actually.
Where you at, haters? Where you at?
I'm over here.
The thing about draft, you know, it can only says so much. The other team just literally outplaying them, you know.
I love Wu Shaker. That guy is just, he's a solid player, first of all. But like I said before, this guy is super good on this particular hero. He's very patient. He's got very good positioning.
He was one of the, I think they had tried him on 4 or 5, and I think he's the best position is 4. So I think for the qualifier, the minor and major, Moose was playing 5 and Beaver was playing 4, and they switched it around. I don't know for the last, I didn't see their games yesterday, but yeah, now he's playing 4 position, so.
Look at this setup here. Tower goes down. The OD, maybe a misplay. They get the disruption off. And look at that. It just runs in. Moose doesn't even need a blink dagger. Just obliterates Ryoya. Takes down Boris. And then you've got Moon getting taken out too.
Moose a lot of levels picked up here in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. Like, he was having a rough time, but definitely a huge turnaround.
That was some really weird spell casting though from GGNG. They should have just committed on the Leshrac. If ST TPs, he could save him theoretically, but the Leshrac would have been too low. They just like didn't even attack the Leshrac. He just sat there, you know, and got his spells off. And I think Moon should just went and committed, and then OD just attacks the Lesh. Instead, they just delayed it.
Can I take a moment just to address the fact that in this game right now, the top net worth is Pudge. Was Pudge. Just literally switched over. But proving that, you know, Black, he's still got it. This is a guy that...
No. And look at top. OD might be in trouble. They have Stampede though.
Can they get the hook off though? If they, no, it's out too far.
He's quite good versus Centaur. Or Centaur's quite
Black,
good
he
versus
wants it. The space boots.
You could tell he's so thirsty for it.
Also, look
Every
at the
Pudge player is, right?
yeah,
The
look
chase.
at OD's net worth too. He was dominating. He had the highest net worth, and now he's like, quite low.
Yeah, AM actually doing pretty decently for himself. Stun comes out here in the mid lane. Boris dropping down low. He's going to get killed off here. No, not going to really follow up on Ritsu. I was asking Black earlier, like, what about his past experience, like playing in the carry role helps him out in the mid lane? Like, what factor? And he was just saying he knows basically where his carry wants to farm on the map incredibly well. And so he knows where to apply pressure. And just applying that pressure on the opposite side of the map oftentimes to catch OD once again. And you see all the actions happening either in the mid lane or the top lane. No one can rotate down, do anything about this anti-mage.
I don't know. This game is just chaos. Samil and
That's
I
South
are wrong.
American Dota.
Yeah.
Welcome to the SA zone.
The Shaker is also getting quite farmed too. He's 300, 400 gold away from Blink Dagger. These guys were playing during the last series, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they were up against
They beat Team
Juniper.
Yeah.
They actually took him down.
Yeah, well, right now Radiant, they have their Centaur Blink. They should try and get some kills with it.
Dire's middle tower has
Towers.
fallen.
Yeah, they're gonna give Shaker's Blink. He's gonna have it within like 1 or 2 minutes mid.
You saw just how well that last Echo Slam went off without a Blink Dagger. Now, can you imagine with it online?
Yeah.
And with the chaos that they're just creating here. I actually really like Pudge as an initiator. I think it does something that like very few carries. In this case, it's, you know, being run as a core, but that very few heroes can actually do is make an attempt at initiation, but if it fails, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You can just back out. There's no hard committal. Maybe they see you, but if you've got a blink or something like that, you just jump away really quickly. And I feel like, you know, we don't give it enough value sometimes. Maybe not in the core role, but...
Atos into the stun. Black's there. He's just going to go ahead and get him some fresh meat. Papita takes the kill. But a clean rotation from Infamous as OD goes down once again. Now the blink in. They have the stun. Defensive hook comes out. Stampede. That'll keep him on top of Papita. He'll go down. We'll see if anyone else will as well. Black standing his ground down here. Moon Meander taking a lot of damage. Bitter's got to go ahead and get himself back. Now the Echo Slam comes out. But hasn't done enough work. Fisher to follow, but they'll go ahead and turn it around. Kind of unfortunate for Moose.
Did that throw? Medusa got a lot of experience and goal from that, I think.
Yeah, let's check out this fight recap.
Man, that
Dire's
was...
bottom tower is under attack.
that's the thing with Moose, is like he gets these really good Echo Slams, but there's just not enough damage to follow up, or he's just a little bit too late maybe, or what have you.
Boris
so.
got 1,200 gold out of that.
But it's space, right? It's space for the AM. He's almost caught up to the Medusa now. Still have a Pudge like right neck and neck with an AM, believe it or not.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is
Barrier
under
went
attack.
Midas as well, so he's going Mass Greed. I was hyping up Barrier as OD. I don't know if this is actually the caster versus true, but he's having a rough one this
It's
game.
a real deal.
No,
Yeah,
he's
0-5-0.
I think it's the idea that, you know, you caught him with the pants down, so to speak. You know, you put something really weird in it.
He was literally laning versus nobody mid. right?
Yeah, and we
So-
joke about that, like about Eternal Envy, like that X Factor kind of thing too, where, oh my gosh, again, they're just hunting him down. He went fishing and got him. Oh, the neutral creep? Oh,
Kipo Kappa.
whatever, that's some time that he's not farming, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest things is like Centaur, his lane was technically easy early on, and the fact that Moose was able to get that Blink Dagger within 2 minutes, it's really hurting them quite a bit. Speaking of getting hurt, Moon Meander destroyed in the river. Really not much he could do about that.
Now here's the thing that I discuss a lot with Jenkins is the fact that you take these fights, but
Dire's
what's the
middle
objective
tower
you
is
take
under
afterwards? What are the moves that you're doing? How are you being efficient? And this is something we commonly see in the South American area too. You get these kills, but a lot of the times you're not able to get anything off of it. In this case, you're making some space for AM, right? That's really important. But I would like to see them actually, you know, maybe taking these fights in the jungle, getting a pick off, and then translating it into a tower. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's just that this game, it's just like they're making the game weird for them to play, right? Like, and I also think GGNG, they're not playing like how they played versus j.storm. Like, yeah, it feels like a different team, you know? They felt like an actual unit in some of those games, even though they lost, especially in Game 1 and Game 2. But this game, they just feel like all over. And I don't know if like Ryori is tilted or Moon is tilted, but it feels like both the offlane and the mid for GGNG are like super tilted. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. Meanwhile, Black and Papita are going ham. Like, Beaver's doing his job. He's farming his anti-mage, right? Doing AM things, but the Pudge and the Leshrac, you know, Black is proving he's owning with this Pudge. And same with Papita. Those like haste rune top, things like that. So.
Well, they're making a good dynamic duo, that's for sure. And also just, you know, the follow-up coming out from the supports is really good, on point. You see the rotations coming out for towers, trying to defend them. Bounty rooms are up and running. Looks like we get one on Moon, one on Papita.
Ritsu's still very, very farm though, and like I do think he's been playing the best on this team in all the games today, and he's 5-1-4. He got tri-laned, but you know he's highest numbers by far. He's gonna have his butterfly in approximately like 4 or 5 minutes too. That's gonna be big. Even though like you know they can still win this game, they're not that far behind, even though the kills are like that. Yeah, it's only 7K. And this is probably a lot related to what Moxie was saying earlier. So.
I feel like they've got a window here, although they do find themselves a little pick-off over here. Boris, just maybe wrong place, wrong time, does get that false promise placed on him by Jube. They'll keep him alive a little longer. Ritsu will join up, and they'll actually go and use the Stampede. They're chasing after, who do we have here? It's Black. He's got that Blade Mail up and running on him. He's taking a decent chunk of damage. Vivers looking at him. They drop the Stampede. Moose follows up, though, and this time they're going to have damage. It's feeling really good right now. Oh, no. OD. He's going to get taken out, and they put him in the... Oh no, they put him in the Astral. He's still doing all that damage. They will find the kill onto Ritsu. And they're just chasing him down. Moon Meander, come back here, baby. You're not going nowhere.
That was sick.
That's a team win.
Beaver is actually playing like a beast. His spellcasting this game has been really good. He had a really good disruption in the Leshrac. Leshrac was able to dodge the Stone Gaze stun. He just sat there and he was just doing damage, right? Because when he's disrupted, he'll still do damage. And he just pierced through the Medusa's Mana Shield.
That was great. They just melt.
Black was just out of range on that Stone Gaze, almost died himself, and that Dismember was able to just keep him alive and turn that around as well. So Infamous up 21-8, almost 22 minutes in here, and it was about a 1K net worth just about a minute and a half ago, shooting up now to 6K.
Oh, it was a one-team fight. What, 4-man? 4 people died?
That was a 5-man team wipe.
Okay.
That was a 5-man team wipe. And also, I'd like to point out the fact that Skeeter, still, the entire time, farming, has now, hold on, I had the net worth open here.
Good anti-mage.
Yeah, anti-mage, he was so far behind, he wasn't able to hit creeps earlier. He's now ahead of the Medusa. The Medusa is now sandwiched between the AM and the Pudge.
Yeah. Good place to be.
Pudge has his Relic, Radiance. What am I watching here?
I don't know, but I'm liking it.
Yes, the Radiance completed.
I'm liking it.
My man.
Who's managed to grab anyone? Nah.
Always rooted for Black. Like anytime I saw him stand, and it's just like great to see him.
You didn't root for him. You picked GGNGG.
No, I mean like
get out of here.
Yeah, of course.
No.
But that was the pick on who do I think is gonna win. If I'm like rooting for someone, I would say yeah, like I'm gonna root for Black to have a great game.
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to salvage that prediction.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Call you out on it.
He did it.
I did
Blink
call you
in to the stun up here in top. Is Papita going to go down? Defensive disruption comes out. A lot of damage coming the other way as Moon Meander looks like he has jumped into his own demise. Now Black finds the hook. Hello! Ryoya, he's going to be alive just for the time being as Oracle gets roasted and toasted. Ryoya able to TP himself out.
There it is. There's the South American tips. Oh, he still pops!
Wow.
Are you even trying?
Ritsu's like, what is happening, guys? You look at the scoreboard. He's like, has one, you know, the Medusa, and then everyone else has so many deaths.
I want to like watch Black, like when he gets one of these hooks off, like, has he got a great big grin on his face or?
He's just a stone
Boris.
cold killer.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, we were
attack.
talking about that too, like watching the promo video.
Yeah.
Like we saw Infamous and it was like, oh man, Black's gonna mess us up. Like
His game face is no joke. It's like a
No.
war face.
it is straight on.
Yeah.
Going to
Radiant's
battle.
Going BKB now. He's level 20. Pudge.
All right, Bulba, so we keep talking about this Dusa. He's been playing the game well. Farm is there, but everything's going against his team right now.
I mean, this is like game 1 versus j.storm. Like, it's like 1 Ritsu and then 4 people that are Super 4. And I think his teammates are honestly just not playing well enough. So,
With Butterfly complete, do they group up and try to make something happen now?
yeah, that's their only play. I mean, right now they're just getting picked off constantly. But this OD, it's like still a very good OD game. They can still win. But it's definitely getting hard, especially when this Pudge gets BKB. They don't have enough damage, I think, to deal with him. He has his 180 GPM talent too, at level 20.
Dire
Pudge.
are scanning.
He's very happy.
Yeah, he is a girthy turkey over here. Moon, oh, it's a little bit too fast though with that finger.
They got 4 bounty units.
'Tis mine.
Oh, Jubei. Just managed to purge it off, turns around. Looking at taking the spite. Leap 4 coming out from Moon Meander. Finds a
like
kill
they're
over at
gonna
the Diver. That Fissure not going to be able to save him. That's a good try.
Yeah. So bounty run up there, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get around 11k lead soon. Skeeter is gonna, he's going Scotty. It's like the European AM build. You see a lot of the Russians like Dazak. He goes Scotty. He's a really good carry player from Gambit. So
Somewhere Kips just died a little that you called him that.
what?
It's the Huck, I think, right? Not
The
Dazak?
Huck? Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. She always yells at other casters like that and Afunin. Everyone never really call him Afro
I call him
Ninja.
Afro Ninja.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. She that like makes her crazy. Unlike Zayats. Everyone pronounces Zayak.
Zayx.
Zayats.
Well,
Zayats.
it's not easy out here, you know?
The Huck. Sounds so cool.
Now you know. You
The
learned
Huck.
something today.
That's actually such a sick name.
Yeah, right? Well, now you can dazzle everyone. You
Bulba,
can greet
little
him
rename
properly.
incoming.
The Huck.
Is it
Oh,
Black? Got the pull in though. Looks like he's gonna be just fine.
they're so not afraid. Like you don't want to hook a centaur generally when
No,
you're
no,
a Pudge,
no.
but that's how much swag they got going on right now on the side.
3k HP.
He's like, yeah, it's cute. Come at me.
What's he going next here?
It's like one of,
BKB?
yeah, this is like one of those pubs you play. You're like you're playing your game and then you click their enemy Pudge and he has so many kills for some reason. And that's actually what this game is.
It is, yeah. It does feel like a spicy pub.
He doesn't have kills. He has all these assists. It's fleshy.
OD's net worth is really hurting right now. Only coming in around 9k. 27 minutes into this one.
That was the caster curse. I cursed Susie.
I think they just put a lot of priority on him though too. I think that they on the OD they
did.
really hunted him down. It's not that he's a bad OD per se. It's just that they got this momentum going, and you talk about snowballing early on, especially during laning phase.
I mean, we saw like early on, like was it like 10 minutes in, he rotates for one of those runes and just kind of gets caught out there as well, just misreading the map.
You can't get in that pit with moves there.
Black just flexing on him over here.
Where's the taunt though? What is it called? Shake your moneymaker?
I guess it's
Shake your
a
money maker.
He's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot to learn about SA. I don't know if he's gonna stick out this team.
I guess it's a good AM build versus OD. Scotty. It's high end. Don't get one shot by Sanity. I mean, he probably doesn't have to worry about getting one shot by this OD, regardless.
Yeah, they've got themselves an 11K lead currently.
Yeah, definitely the MVP of this game, though. I think Beaver is actually his spellcasting and his movement was really good this game. Like 5-1 on this 5-position OD or Shadow Demon.
Oh no! They find another kill on the OD, and they tip. Oh man,
He's done.
Black.
they're like Black God.
Yeah.
0-9 on the OD right now.
Oh.
And it was his lane early on, right? Papita rotated out of that lane.
Black
There's a BKB on Black coming
Moose has Echo Slam. They've smoked up. He's going to hang out just on the edge here.
Oh, can you imagine if that connected on Ritsu? Mooney-ender. Oh, they just take out Jubei so quickly they're going to pull back the center. The center is just out of here. It's a monster kill now for Skeeter. They'll buy back. They don't want to let this go. Skeeter just whacking away here, taking a lot of hits from Ritsu. Do they re-engage? I guess, you know, this is, all right, got some nice big illusions to be thrown around. Give them some vision.
It's kind of, the game's kind of just gone out of, trying to think, Radiant, it's like they have to just play like how they played game 1 versus j.storm and hope for dire throws into the Medusa.
Black's hooks have just, they've been, okay, all right, they're gonna initiate on the AM to be the save. Moose still very patient over here. Go, throw down that edict. This tower slowly but surely melting. I don't know if they want to go back in on this. Maybe heal up a little bit.
They're probably going to go for the bounty runes. Only 30 seconds.
That's true.
Heal up, takes the bounty runes, gets the mana on Black, just reset themselves. Oh, you know, for Infamous, they really don't want to lose someone as they start to spread out here. The engage comes in from GGNGG as Moose gets picked off there, pretty much what we were just talking about. Oh, is the Purge going to come out over here onto our Shadow Demon? He'll go ahead and throw his ult back the other way onto Ritsu. Yeah, they get the SD. Nice 2 clean kills for GGNGG as they kind of read exactly what Infamous was going to do.
Look at Ritsu try to fight himself though. Like the damage that this Deuce does, just turned right back around.
It's a lot. Well, those are the exactly what you said. Those are the kind of things they need to do. GGNG. They need to like. Right now, this OD doesn't do enough damage because he's like way too poor. He's gonna have sheep stick soon, but like their heroes still scale. Like this game is not over completely.
Did just pick up a BKB for the anti-mage here.
Yeah, when they're right now. Dire definitely needs to just
top tower is under
get like a team fight out.
Fresh BKB for the AM here. He's got his Aegis. All they got to do is kind of shove these lanes out. Would you expect that they just shove the lanes out and do pretty much the same thing because the T3 in mid lane is so low?
Oh, for Infamous?
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now Radiant needs to wait for this Medusa MKB.
Oh.
What?
God, like.
Did I just watch?
You just watched. He's still going.
Wait,
He's not done yet. Oliver's like, come back here. Yeah, I'm all by myself. No big deal. Nice vision. Not going to be able to quite land that, but there's a jump forward coming in from Skeeter. He finds himself a double kill. There's going to be buyback coming out right now from the Rubik.
Wait, he astraled the Ruby for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is hard. Sheepstick is completed, but we do have those BKBs up and running, so they're going to have to get the jump on them. And even then, I'm not sure. Still have the Aegis, I believe, too, on the... and BKB is going to get popped by Ritsu. Feels maybe a little early.
Feels Omega early, man.
So yeah, Skeeter just says, all right, cool. Nice BKB, I'm going to take a tower.
A bit premature.
Deuces.
MKB soon on...
They're going to re-goose into this, right? No BKB. They still have the Echo Slam. Moose has played so patient with that. Have we seen Boris get any good spell steals?
He's gotten some interesting spells, but he hasn't had a chance to sign them up. They've just gone for Rigoya again. All these hooks. Look at this. They just... What can they do right now?
They can watch.
Yeah.
There's a DD rune over on top lane.
I should just bring him in here to cast it with us.
There's a BKB fish for Pepita, too. They're just... Again, it's never over till it's over. The Aegis does get reclaimed, but it's feeling a bit difficult right now. If Infamous keeps this pressure going, it'd be very, very good for them.
You know, I predicted GGNGG, but this is really cool to see. I'm always down to see an underdog or someone that's less expected to kind of come back and make some really big plays. And not only to make the big plays, but to do it in a really interesting way. That's really what it's all about.
This is nice for GGNGG because they just picked up the double damage for the Dusa. However, she still has to be careful. If she gets disrupted and they make those copies, she's going to be shredding her team.
She needs the MKB. Oh, yeah, it's 300 gold, 100. She has it now.
Is she going to be enough against all the rest that they're throwing at them, though, is my question at this point, right? Because, you know, later as it goes, things change quite a bit for the side of GGNGG, but this is a stacked Disco Pony.
Feels like we're going to have some action here.
Yeah, you'd think that. I don't know. Maybe Black gets a hook. You can get that hook.
If Black Legend gets a hook.
You going
No,
fishing there, Black?
They can fight on this ward. They need the MKB on the courier. If it dies though, if it
Oh
no.
Was that a Moose snipe? That sounds like it was a Moose snipe. They'll get the initiation. They immediately face off on the center. They're just gonna blow him up. And they've got the BKB though over here. Ritsu, there's gonna be jump 4 though. Skeeter, he's just cleaning up everyone on the back end. He wants to make sure that no one survives. She's thirsting hard, and Ryoya will be able to run away.
Like shooting fish in a barrel there.
Boris is like, please God, don't look up here. Just have his TP. He can go home, but
He needs to cut the wave top.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
that was the MKB.
That's.
I think that's
Radiant's top shrine
I think they
has fallen.
definitely know that the MKB was on the courier, so they should definitely do something. They're gonna have.
Structures are fortified.
I
oh
guess he doesn't have butterfly yet, but still, that's a lot of damage because he went BKB.
split. It's gonna Astral. That's still. It's not gonna. They've got BKBs. They've got. Yeah, she's got no mana. Infamous. They're just gonna run down Ryoya's. Got the Glimmer Cape. They've got the split though. They've got the lightning. They've got everything they need, and they're gonna just take out the OD again. Boris, he's trying. He's not gonna give up without a fight, and I like this fighting spirit. But they blow him up too. The buyback coming out from the OD. I don't know what Ryoya can really hope to do here, but you know, I like it. I like a good fighting spirit. But at the end, they do say GG. So where you at, haters?
Radiant's
haters are
bottom
here.
tower has fallen.
No haters.
Yeah. I mean, how can you hate on that? Like, even if you were kind of rooting for GGNGG, like, you get to see Black Pudge played out of the safe lane. Really great plays. Turnarounds from Infamous. They set the pace. I mean, that was awesome.
It's just one of those games. It's like I'm not sure exactly what happened. It was the lanes were going so well for GGNGG.
And the winner of the most awkward team name of this tournament goes to. Now they look happy over there, though. They look like, you know, I definitely, during the draft, people seem really, really concerned about, you know, the lineup. How are they going to possibly pull this off? But I'd like to point out, does it show? Yeah, 15 Flesh Heap stacks on Pudge. Moose, you know, Moose had 17 assists there. Just had some really awesome just moves.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Beaver, Black, Pepita, Skeeter did his job. I mean, everything just went really well. But I gotta say the rotations from Beaver and Moose and the spell casting with the Shower Demon is really good. So.
Yeah, 100% gotta agree with that.
I'm loving this. It's fun to see